Hello YouTube! That's the second take because I forgot to put my mic on. That buggy as well. So, today it is the top 16 superstar race. Maybe. Why is there a maybe? It's because I'm unsure on one point. This point is, will I be able to enter, basically? Because based on the previous standings, the previous round's standings, so you make like after Willow Springs, the updated general rankings, so was 24th in Europe, and if you remove all the A+ and all the manufacturers who got more than 2 cars in front of me, well, or the driver who's like 3rd or 4th of the manufacturer, I go up to 17th for the top 16, so yeah, basically I'm the first reserve. And from what I've heard is that Oscaro's Sonic isn't here. He's basically at Monaco for stuff who just, I don't know, but he's at Monaco. Enjoying the Formula 1 Grand Prix, so that's pretty good for him, got to say. So that means since he was like in front of me, I go up to 16th place. But the thing I'm not sure about right now is the top 16 superstar race is the second slot. So that means there is already a race who just went on the first slot in EMEA. So SVDR won it for 2k7 points and then all the standings. My concern is, does it count those points to get entered? So is it, let's say, the round 7 standings, like strictly the round 7, so after Willow Spring those are the standings and it will be based on that to get into the top 20, not 24, just before that, top 16? Or does those points will count and people can overtake, well, some drivers can overtake some other drivers by doing the first slot and get into the top 16? That's a very good question that I don't know the answer. Maybe I should ask to Polyphony Digital themselves, maybe they could answer it. Or maybe we'll just figure out it right now. Because yeah, normally I'm supposed to be in if Sonic doesn't enter. So that means if I'm not in, if I don't count all technical issues that can occur, that means the first slot does count. And it's based on the actual points. Because after each round, you have to wait until 2 AM something to get the updated rankings. But you can already see into your friend rankings that the points are already updated. So I don't know if those points will be counted or if it will be based on the strictly round 7 standings. So I really wish to be in. I mean, I don't pretend to win at all. I'm in the Dodge. Dodge on the Suzuka isn't the greatest thing on the earth. It's okay. It's really okay. I mean, on one lap it's okay. Over the race it's a bit more tricky, but you can do something. Like not being last at least. But yeah, I'm really not sure if I will be in or not. And I will know that in pretty much 9 minutes. Yeah, that's just for the sake of being maybe broadcasted by Tom Brooks and Jimmy Broadbent and just seeing a Viper on Suzuka just for the memes. Just going for the memes. And if I have a decent result, I will be happy with it. Yeah, just... It's the thing like tanking the DR, and so the only thing I don't want to do is to not race the best. I'm far from the best. I mean, I'm clearly not a Lightning, I'm clearly not a Teachney, I'm clearly not like all those drivers. But I love to compete against them. I love to be like in the top split and knowing that I compete against some of the best in the region. And that's why I don't want to go back to the second split, which means I will miss the 21st, pretty much, just for the sake of points. And yeah, since it's most likely sure that Dodge won't be qualified. There's no point of tanking the DR, even though Willow Spring was so bad on the 3 races that my DR just dropped, like from 75 to 72k. But yeah, that's not on purpose. It's just like, okay, it was slow on the track and the car wasn't great either. Both combined just made like 700 points. But yeah, it's this whole thing. I don't really want to drop my GR. I don't really want to... Like, it's most likely mentally like, okay, I will maybe have more chance, and I just want to say it again, more chances. It's not like, and Tijni said the same, it's not I will go to the second split and I will win. No. It's just you have a better chance to score decent points, which can count significantly for the manufacturer. It's not just winning. It can be a third place, which is already good enough points to maybe already have a, let's say, a good result or a good ranking. Because the points, that the gap between the splits are so low that, yeah, being third in second split is most likely being fifth in first split. But that's not the same opponents, that's not the same speed of them. I mean, some have already turned their GR, so some of the first split are already into second split, so the competition is tough. But it's less tough than top split. So that's why I want to insist, I want to focus on the fact that it can provide more chance to give points. And just make a little analysis about it on the last lot of manufacturer series, yes. So for myself, I scored 700 points and something, like 760. And for, like, based on time, second split, who finished 6/10 in front of me. It's countless of the where you begin. Like, if you start 20th, you will most likely have a bigger time than starting in first, because you already have like the whole grid length, which is about 6 or 8 seconds. So there's that parameter we can't control, or we could control, but we didn't. Also the battles and so, but yeah, for the, if we just take the raw time, like how it ends, for 6/10, the guy in front scored 1k 5 points, I scored 700. That's 6/10. So that shows that it gives a better chance to score points. I mean, even if 1k 5 points isn't the greatest, I would have gladly take those 1k 5 points just for dodge with the current system, because you have to, like, even 3 out of 10 of your points counts for your manufacturers. It's all rounds. So yeah, if you're carrying your manufacturer or one of the best of your manufacturer, you better have to do all races, or be sure that your teammate, which is already your opponent, is doing great, but not great enough to score much more points than you, but still great for the manufacturer. So that gets a bit weird that your direct opponent is also the one you should work with. I mean, that's a common thing, but that's also weird because only one of us will get to the next stage if we get qualified. I'm not even talking about the system with the regions, which, because I would just get mad, but yeah. So I'm talking a lot. Yeah, I love to talk. That's maybe one of my best intro without sarcasm. Even though, yeah, I can understand it's boring to hear. But yeah, we'll most likely be in the chat while the video is going on in Premiere, because I can't stream, obviously, for it's not new. I'm gonna quit this. I'm gonna enter free practice. So yeah, I will know it pretty soon if I'm in or not. Maybe I should have got my ass into the first slot. Yeah, since the car is pretty loud, I will just wait. So yeah, as I said, I forgot what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, we will see if I'm in. We will see if I'm in or not. And I also say that I will most likely be in the chat. Sorry. Because I can't stream, and basically if I can't stream, I'm just gonna be in the chat in Premiere, which is maybe the closest thing I could do of a stream, even though it's delayed by almost 24 hours the time I make the montage, the time I put the music, the time I'm also like the time I'm forgot my word. Editing, basically, and uploading, because yeah, for like, if you want to have an idea, 1 minute of video is 10 minutes of upload. So yeah, this ratio of 1:10. So a 10 minute will require me 100 minutes, which is more than half an hour. So 30 minutes requires me 300 minutes, which is close to 5 hours. Oh well, it's 5 hours, but yeah, it's usually a bit less, like 4 hours and something, so I have to do it during the night, make thumbnail, etc. So yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute. Is everything is off? Yes. Yep. So I will see. Will I be in or not? Getting ready. Warming myself up. My strategy for the qualifying, basically, right before the race starts, the matchmaking starts, it is a one shot. So outlap burning fuel, in-lap burning fuel, outlap saving tires and burning a tiny bit of fuel just to be at 50%. That's my marker. And one quali lap, and that's all. Like, it's a one shot. It's either I bin it or not. 10 seconds. I'm stressed now. I'm stressed. I'm stressed to be in. I'm not stressed of the, well, I'm gonna be stressed of the race, but the same. And I'm in! Yes! Lost 3/10 in Sector 2. I was too cautious in the Ignore 2. I did brake too early and was afraid on the exit. My own fault. Could have been 0.4. It's a 0.6. 7. So, we're starting very, very far, meaning there will be a lot of information standing, information grid, whatever, meaning the tires will be very, very cold. Like the last time we had this kind of standing start, then I put traction into round 1 just in case I was starting the chicane. But lighting and everyone was like surprised of the cold tires in the first turn. Worst place to start. I need to be very careful on the tires. It's a risk. than expected, I guess. Congrats to Tutsu and Lightning and Mr. Susuelo. Couldn't do much more with this Viper, I guess. Pretty lucky to get a top 9 as well, so it is how it is.
Chance